welcome back to another video. If you're returning, if you're new here, my name is Cheyenne. I'm the face behind and founder of Soulful Soothe, which is a place where women can come to soothe the soul. Today we will be continuing the Astrology 101 series, which is all things astrology down to the bare bones. This series serves as a base level of knowledge to get you started on your journey with astrology, whether you're using it for personal reasons, to be more introspective, or to find out how you can better communicate with family members, friends, co-workers. However you are using astrology, this series is going to give you a base level of knowledge. With that being said, today we will be covering the triplicity, or the element of water. And yes, that is why I'm wearing blue. Since this is a series, you know that there are other videos that are associated with this one, and I will leave the link probably in a card or down below in the description box so that you can either or binge all of this content or just reference it sometime down in the future. So today we're talking about water, the element of water, what signs comprises this triplicity or this element, as well as stereotypes, characteristics that are associated with the water signs. So let's get into it. Water is most associated with emotions. So these signs that fall under the water signs will be the more emotional folks of the group. These are the people who are very comfortable with crying. They're well, I don't want to say that too much because I'm very heavy. I have a lot of Pisces placements and I do love a good cry. I just don't like crying in front of other people. So I did want to just add that caveat in case somebody was watching this and was like, well, I'm a Scorpio and I hate crying. Well, yeah, you hate crying in front of other people. But anyway, so water is associated with emotions. It's associated with the internal landscape. The three signs that comprises this triplicity or this element are Cancer, which rules the 4th house, Scorpio, which rules the 8th house, and Pisces, which rules the 12th house. Characteristics or attributes of the water signs that I immediately think of is being able to hold space for self and for others. This group of the zodiacs is able to go super deep in emotion and use those emotions to learn more about themselves in order to regenerate. So a lot of times you'll see a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer go through something that is very traumatic for them. And you might look at them and be like, okay, yeah, I understand that you're upset or you're sad about this thing, but like, it's not that big of a deal. But it is. It is that big of a deal to a water sign. And in order for them to have any sort of personal growth, personal development, any self-actualization, they're going to have to go through it to fully understand it. The thing about water signs is they have to process their emotions in order to learn from them. Whereas with air signs tend to think through their emotions. Water signs have to feel through their emotions. So like I said, from the outside perspective, it may take a water sign a little bit longer to get over something or to process something, but they're doing it because they have to feel those emotions. Now, I think with the other videos, I went over the keywords for each of the zodiacs, but I don't think I did that in this video yet. So Pisces keyword is I believe, which when you think about Piscean energy being so closely connected to the spiritual world, the underworld, being associated with end of life, being associated with esoterics and spirituality, the statement of I believe makes perfect sense because it's so heavily tied in with the crown and third eye chakras. These are the people who just wake up knowing shit. And I say wake up specifically because Pisces is known to have very prophetic dreams. Scorpio, I mean, all the water signs can have very potent, powerful dreams, but Dreams are most often associated with Pisces because it's ruled by Neptune, which is the planet of illusion and dreaminess. Moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio's keyword is I desire. So since Scorpio is the sister sign or the polarity of Taurus, and Taurus's keyword being I have, in order to have something or in order to want to obtain something, you have to want it. So Scorpio is the flip side of that. Its energy is all focused on this is what I desire. And sometimes, more often than not, people with heavy Scorpio influence on their chart will find that they constantly reinvent themselves. What do I mean by that? I mean, a lot of times a Scorpio or someone with heavy Scorpio placements will look at their current situation and be like, you know what, I actually don't want to be here. And then they'll sit and they'll feel into what it is that they actually desire. So let's say you're a Scorpio and you are homeless, you don't have a car, and you're flat out broke. How a Scorpio might navigate that situation is, one, getting into a profession or a job that has little to no correlation with your current area of study, or what it's going to be completely different from what you were doing before. And that's because Scorpio energy loves to sit down and say, okay, I want this, I desire it, how can I get it? I have to identity shift and create a new avatar or a new her, a new person, and then I have to become that person so that I can have what it is that I desire. Last but not least, Cancer. Cancer's keyword is I feel. Now, Cancer is most associated with the moon. It's most associated with motherhood, which is so funny because here is my little critter. I don't know if y'all can see her grabbing it. Come on. Come on. Ooh. I think she heard me talking about Scorpios. She's a Scorpio, so, and when I say she's a Scorpio, it's because I know her actual birth date, like when she came up out her mama's cooch. It wasn't a I got you birthday. It's your actual birthday. Can I get back to my video, please? 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 Can you go to your crate now? Okay. Baby. Go to your crate. See? Go to your crate. It's also associated with intuition. So because Cancer is a cardinal sign, one of the darker qualities or negative traits that Cancer can be known for is if they have an idea about how things should be or how things are supposed to be or what you should be doing or what you're supposed to be doing, or if whatever it is that Cancer knows or believes or feels like their intuition is telling them, instead of them fact checking it, because their keyword is I feel, and because Cancer is a cardinal sign, it will take that feeling, that oomph, that intuition without really investigating, and it will run with it. Cancer energy is known to be relentless. Yes, it is a water sign, but you also have to remember that it is a cardinal sign. So with that being said, that's what I have for the water signs. This video was a little chaotic. Miss Ma'am wanted to have her little cameo, her 15 seconds of saying, I'm here. She didn't even say hey to y'all. How rude. But that's what I have for the water signs. If you have questions, pop them in the comments below and I will try to answer them as well as incorporate them into future videos. If you would like to purchase the book that I referenced in the beginning of this video, the link to do so will be in the description, as well as links to either book a reading with me or shop with me. So until next time, I love you so much. Ciao. Refreshing conversation for the